Hi guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. It is our birthday, it's our 7th birthday, and thanks to that we're going to joined by Richard Fitzgerald, who's CEO of Augustus Media, which is Lovin Dubai's parent company. Hi Rich.
Casey Simran, hi, morning.
We have this for you. We have hummus cake. Woo! You want to do it, blow it out?
Woo! Just because
Happy hummus cake, Simran.
of hummus we love Lovin Dubai.
For hummus, in hummus we trust.
In
Yeah.
hummus we trust.
How many hummus memes have we had over the years?
You know, we've actually stopped recently.
Why?
Why? The meme queen is right here.
And you know,
Are we eating?
do you think
Yeah,
Lovin
sure.
Dubai has evolved in the same way as hummus?
Evolved as hummus, different flavors.
Does hummus evolve? It does. Or is it just a true kind of base, brilliant?
7 years ago, could you get red pepper hummus? Could you get chocolate hummus? Could you
right.
get beetroot hummus?
She's right.
I think beetroot hummus was the first one that snuck on those kind of nice breakfast menus. And then that was maybe like 5.5 years ago.
Yeah, so
And then like 4.5 years ago, something changed.
But like you said, the base is the same, like Lovin Dubai, but the flavors keep changing.
Yeah.
can you consume Lovin Dubai in the same way that you consume hummus?
Yeah.
By
Like,
the vat with a big spoon.
yeah. I don't know. I guess you can. I guess it's as reliable now, isn't it? With you girls creating safe content every day.
Woo! So for those of people who don't know, Lovin Dubai is 7 years old.
Yeah.
And we did not start in this studio.
We didn't. We actually have had how many offices? 4 in Dubai.
Wow.
And now 4 different offices. Astrolabs, 3 in JLT, and then now in Dubai Production City.
And Astrolabs was a co-working space
Yeah.
where you had 2 desks.
Yeah, we had 2 desks and then to 5. Shout out to the guys there at Astrolabs. Everyone was really helpful at the start.
Yeah.
And yeah, loads of startups there, JLT. I just caught up with Ahmed bin Salem of DMCC, and he really didn't want us to leave. He's like, really wanted a media company in JLT, so they were really supportive. But yeah, you know, every stage that we went, it was like you had to leave Astrolabs if you had more than 5 visas. And then the only office we could afford was kind of a shoebox. It was like 800 square feet. Do you remember it? Did you intern there?
No, not the shoebox one,
No.
the next one.
I mean, it wasn't a shoebox. I remember walking in the first time and there was like these glass partitions. I was like, this is cool.
Oh.
Yeah, there was some nice features in it, but it was 800 square foot, and like technically, I don't know if people know the rules about visas and size of offices, but it's kind of for every 100 square foot, you kind of have 1 visa or so. So we can only really have, I think 8, but I think there you could have 10 visas. And you know, if other people were in, we were on top of each other by the time we left. And then we went to a place with 2,000 square feet. We thought, this is massive, because it was over double the size of the last place. That was in January 2019. And I remember thinking, right guys, like it's nice because it had these cool views. Remember Lovin Dubai show, and it was on the top floor.
Everyone came in and was like, this is a sick view. I was like,
view.
sick
Yeah.
view, elevator, not so much.
Not so much, yeah. Typical, yeah. But like our standard Dubai elevator stuff.
You'll take the view
Pros
though.
and
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And then, but we were like, now it's nice to be in here. So it was 10 people in a space for double, and I felt like, oh, we're, you know. But the goal then was to outgrow that place, and then we came in here 3 years later, January 2022. And this is space for like 60 people, but we're 25 people here. But we're 63
join
people
us.
in other offices. Yeah, come join. Casey's recruiting. Yeah.
There's loads of space. I find it hard to find people these
No,
days.
we need.
We need more people.
Was this office, your own office, always your vision? Because it wasn't always easy, you know, with Augustus, Lovin Dubai. It was like we had so many hurdles, especially you. So how was it like to keep that vision strong? And did you always want your own office?
Yeah, you know, you guys, everyone talks about manifesting and stuff like that, but like at every stage when I remember driving around JLT and looking up all these tall buildings, and I was like, why don't we have one of those offices? You know, when we were just in the co-working space, and we didn't make, like, we struggled at the start, business-wise. We had a big audience, luckily, alhamdulillah, at the very start, but we couldn't generate a business out of it. Media was really hard. And I was like, why can't we just have a normal office? And then when we had a normal office, I was kind of like, you know, then I would drive from Sports City into JLT, and I'd drive by in 5 Media in those buildings, and I was like, we need to have our own building. we need to have our own studios. And every day I constantly say, right, well, how do I make this happen? How do I make this happen? How do I make this happen? That's 3-4 years build up. You know, it takes time.
Yeah.
So if you're watching right now, you probably know Lovin Dubai. So thank you for tuning in every morning if you do. Massive shout out to you. But Lovin Dubai became one of many, many things that goes on in this office at a certain point. So what people may not be aware of is that we've got like sister websites, and that we're like creating content in Saudi, in Arabic, that's like smashing. That's actually beating Lovin Dubai, which kills me every day. But you know, there are co-workers, so it's
Bigger
fine.
country, Casey, yeah.
Still. So give people a rundown of what actually is Augustus Media rather than just Lovin.
Yeah, well, I think Lovin Dubai is Augustus Media in many ways, because it does everything that a modern media company wants to do, right? Like it's very digital. Like we don't do events, we don't do print, we don't do radio, TV, or newspapers, right? So yet we're still a media company. How is that possible? It's possible because of our phones, really, and digital. So and then everything else, you know, Lovin, we want to keep as the kind of horizontal. Lovin Dubai is the focus. There's now 15 other Lovin cities across the Middle East and North Africa. Shout out to in Pakistan, we've got Lovin Islu, Lovin Lahore, Lovin Karachi. In Sudan, most recent one, Lovin Khartoum. And the first one after Lovin Dubai was Lovin Saudi, which has evolved into Lovin Saudi, Balarabi and Green. But then the rest are red and English mainly. And in UAE, we have 4 of the 7 Emirates, Lovin Ras Al Khaimah, Lovin Sharjah, Lovin Abu Dhabi. And in Saudi, there's 13 regions in Saudi. So it's hard to kind of do 13 websites and all the socials that go with it and everything. But they're all on one app, the Lovin app. But then in Saudi, you've got Lovin Sharqiya, which covers the eastern province. So Khobar, Daman, Tehran, all over there near Bahrain. We also have Lovin Bahrain. And then, so that's the eastern province. And then we have Lovin Riyadh, obviously, Lovin Jeddah, and Lovin Neom, the future digital city. And then Lovin Doha, it's a new one. And shout out to our Augustus Mr. team in Egypt, in Giza. We have Lovin Cairo.
So go follow all of those pages right now. And if you take a screenshot of following every single one of those pages and you're the first person to do it, we will send you something.
Yeah.
I have something.
Yeah, we have
something back right. If you can send me a screenshot of following all of our cities, the first person to do it will get something from our office. If you're based in Dubai. T&Cs apply.
Doing that, I already did that.
Yeah. Well,
Do I get something? Bonus!
Yeah, you work here, Simran.
You know what though? We don't have a huge amount of time today, but I don't know. Like from where we're sitting now, I feel very grateful for how cool this office is and how much we've grown. But obviously, you mentioned it hasn't always been easy.
Yeah.
Tell us, like, from what you've done and from Lovin Dubai, tell us something that was not easy. Tell us like the hard part that you struggled with that we've.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things. Like you think that media is going to be. You think that the challenges of doing media in the Middle East are going to be in relation to the guidelines and things like that. But actually, it's very much to do with sort of daily life. And one of the things that we faced once upon a time was we wrote something that an individual didn't like, and there was a legal case, and it was quite like, we didn't know that we'd done wrong because it would have been okay elsewhere per se, and there was circumstances around that. But what was scary for me was 7 females, for some reason, in the office and in the company were dragged into the police station and interrogated and questioned without me knowing why, and without us knowing why. And that's really scary. Like, it's okay if you take the risk as an entrepreneur and you can try and deal with that and the stress of it. But when there's people, when you're putting people at risk in just who are going about their job for that reason, that's quite scary, and that's tough. It's tough to deal with that. But that was a long time ago, and again, alhamdulillah, we've learned from that. We put in the right procedures. You get different indemnity insurances. You work with different entities. You understand regulations in different ways. You create manifestos. You do lots of things, right? It's like it's like any business. What are the mistakes that you make at the start? You know, if you own a restaurant, you might buy too much hummus, you know, and it might go off. But like there might be things, mistakes that you make that you learn from. But unfortunately, you know, with media, you're playing with fire in some ways, right? Like, because there's legal ramifications. Like, you can end up in jail, you can be deported, you can do all this sort of stuff. Like, what's the worst that can happen if you order too much hummus? You know, in a restaurant.
Yeah. What's the
You
worst?
can't get sued for food poisoning, but like, but media, there is a risk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could someone overdose on hummus?
We will ask Casey.
That's
Fair
not encouraging.
question.
Ask Casey.
As per my research, no.
Is that Google research or actually eating research?
Obviously, the vats of Spinneys red pepper hummus, it's an ongoing thing. Because, when you buy it on, is it Kibson's? You can't just get little tubs, you have to buy it by the kg.
You have to.
Do you think hummus should have a warning sticker on it like cigarettes and sugary products have?
No, because the thing is, I classify this as a healthy food, so it's fine.
Okay.
Finishing up, anything else we want to check with Rich while we have him on the show?
Okay. Yes, I do want to check on a couple of things, but that I'll ask you afterwards. But one thing, what is the future of Lovin Dubai? What do you envision for this?
What do you envision it, Simran? What would you like it to be?
Okay. Oh, what do I envision? Like all of us in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we can do the show from home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
That's the thing. Why not? Let's make it happen.
Lovin Dubai in the metaverse.
Lovin Dubai in the metaverse.
Okay.
Yeah. Done.
No, but other than that, what do you see?
No, I think let's go with how the city evolves, and let's go with how digital evolves. Like, you know, I think we're definitely going to keep doing digital. We're definitely going to keep hiring young, talented, like both of you, media graduates, journalists, journalism degrees, and luckily there's universities in Dubai. There's Hamad bin Rashid University in AUD. There's a School for Education and Media in AUD. And there's lots of other universities here. There's lots of graduates. We see them all the time. And having this space, some of them come on tours here. Some of the schools come on tours here as well. So providing vocation and jobs for those people, and they'll decide where it goes, you know. I'm getting old.
No. That means we're getting old.
Casey said no, and you kind of started laughing. Okay,
I prefer Simran's like, no!
It was much later.
Oh, but yeah, Burj Khalifa is also the dream for us.
Yeah. What do you mean?
LD.
Oh yeah,
Sitting on the
Lovin Dubai on Burj Khalifa.
Yeah.
Well, Dubai Tourism put Lovin Dubai on Sheikh Zayed Road as a billboard for one of the food festivals. So like stuff like that, you know, cool companies like that have helped us as well. Yeah, but it's not all about Lovin Dubai really. Like, I think it's nice that the brand has taken a shape and that people know it. But really, it's down to the community. Like, if people really saw what our inboxes were like, if they really got a flavor of it, like, it's just crazy. Like, isn't it? You know, like the amount of community out there, the amount of stories, the amount of positive things. Like, you know, we're really grateful to everyone who follows and reads. And yeah, look, sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes, you know, publishing fast in digital is hard. But we're embracing it, and we're trying to design a team and a company around it. And yeah, so thanks for everyone for all the stuff that you share.
Well, we're 7 and speaking.